Okay, I hope this thing's working. Good evening, folks. All right, I'm on the wrong screen to start off with. I just decided to pop in because we have some info going on. We have some things to talk about, and we're going to talk about Series 2 of Doctor Who. And I should have changed the title, and I forgot. Well, today turned out a lot better than I hoped it would because guess what, everybody? I got to work. They had extra people. So out the door I went. I wasn't even at work for like 45 minutes and I was gone. So me and the planet Baldus escaped orbit and we got to go home. Call a little sleep, play too much Fallout 76, things how they go. I decided to do this on the fly. I didn't put up an announcement or anything like that. So people are like, I hope people start showing up when they realize, the channel's lit up. Here we are. Oh, okay. You've been pretty busy. Oh, I tell you, tell me about it. I've been trying to balance. I've been playing video games too damn much. I got ideas crawling out my backside for, storylines, and I got to get them down. I've got notes down on the system for various stories I've been meaning to write. Maybe convert to audio. I don't know. Maybe I'll get around to it. But I'm going to wait for a few more people, hopefully, to show up, and then we're going to start talking about Series 2 of Doctor Who. We've gotten some very interesting things show up. Like if you're not following Doctor Who TV over on Instagram, that's the page that's on the screen right now. I put the link below in the description box so you can go to their page on Instagram and scroll down, and if you want, you can read alongside me, okay? All right, so here's what we got. I'm going to go through it real quick because these are the synopses. Now, remember, when we get to the next article, I'll try to remember to give you a spoiler warning, okay? Because once we get into the second part, it's gonna get a little spoilery. Alrighty, I'm warning you right now. This first part's just basic synopses. These have been up for a while. Yeah, I did see that too. You had those idiots out there claiming that the TARDIS that had been torn down and all that, and then RTD does a picture from it on his Instagram, like, haha, you. It's like, or this is what they do in Britain, the two fingers thing. I don't know. I think it's finally evolved down to one. I don't know. All right, but let's go ahead and let's get into this. All right, episode 1, The Robot Revolution, penned by Russell T Davies, directed by Peter Hoare, will transmit Saturday, the 12th of April. Giant red robots abduct a nurse named Belinda, taking her to an alien planet as the Doctor pursues. And this episode will debut simultaneously for Whovians worldwide. It'll be 8 a.m. for UK viewers. Great.
Mommy, the fat man's blowing snot into his nose from his nose.
Ooh, that was a green one too. No, all right, no, I'm just kidding. Episode 2, Lux. Penned by Russell T Davies, directed by Amanda Brochi, and I probably just screwed up her last name. Transmits Saturday the 19th of April. The Doctor and Belinda face great danger in 1952. Well, they put a comma in the way wrong place. Miami, from a cartoon character come to life. Alan Cummings stars, of course, as the cartoon character we all know as Mr. Ring-a-Ding, if I remember correctly. And, of course, same thing, debuts for Whovians worldwide, we know that. Third one, The Well, penned by Sharma Angel Walfall. Or I'm assuming that's Walfall, but I just said Waffle. Okay, but all right. And Russell T Davies, and directed by Amanda Brochi, that will air Saturday the 26th of April. The Doctor and Belinda don suits and helmets to join troopers on a mission into the deep. The deep well. The well. And of course, same situation there. Let's move up. Episode 4. Lucky Day, penned by Pete Matigue, directed by Peter Hoare, will transmit Saturday the 3rd of May. Ruby Sunday works for unit, now facing suspicion about what happens at their headquarters. Jonah Howard King... Did I just screw that up? Jonah Howard King. All right. Stars. Episode 5, The Story in the Engine, penned by Inua Ellams and directed by Macalla McPherson, will transmit Saturday the 10th of May. A barbershop is precariously situated on the abdomen of a spider, and Adrian Pang stars. Episode 6, The Interstellar Song Contest, penned by Juno Dawson and directed by Ben A. Williams, transmits on Saturday the 17th of May. The TARDIS lands in Harmony Arena Space Station during the 803rd Interstellar Song Contest. And of course, that's all we know on that so far. Let's keep moving. Episode 7, Wish World, penned by Russell T. Davies and directed by Alex Sanjeev Pillai. And I probably just screwed that all to hell, but oh well. I did the best I could, all right? And of course, transmits on Saturday the 24th of May. A strange world made of bones forces the Doctor to go on an undercover mission, and it's a 2-part finale. Episode 8, The Reality War, of course, penned by Russell D. Davies, directed by Alex Sanjeev Pillai, transmits Saturday the 31st of May, and as the Doctor goes undercover, Ruby, Belinda, and Unit must fight to save the world as they know it. All right. And of course, this just announces what we already talked about right here, 20 years of New Who. And Matt Smith's Nightmare, I ain't read that bit, yet. He had, Russell, of course, said that, Chris Eccleston will always be his Doctor, even though, I think Art Rusty was one of the guys that Eccleston had a major, thing, against. Yeah, I don't know if it was some kind of creative differences. But right here, let's pop to this, because I've been wanting to read this. As you all know, Russell T. Davies, when faced with the big question, there's been tabloid rumors that Ncuti Gatwa is leaving Doctor Who. Russell T. Davies was at the 2025 Gaydio Pride Awards and responded to the bizarre reports, quote, "What do you mean, next Doctor? What are you on about?" End quote. So right there, he shot that he shot that down out of the sky. And also, as somebody brought up today, was it today or yesterday? He took a picture on the studio set of the TARDIS interior that people were over on X going, they are showing the backdrop for Ncuti's bits because the set has been torn down. The show has become a woke mess. It is horrible. Okay, we're getting to the spoilery bit, okay? All right, when we go to this article in a minute, all right, I'm going to check back and see what the comments are because I can't read the comments when I'm on the other screen. All right, have I seen the Series 2 leaks? No. On who the Ronnie is? No. The link for the page I'm looking at is in the description box. It's Instagram, Doctor Who TV. If you want to go look at those and read them for yourselves. Yeah, we do know Alan Cummings is going to be in Avengers Endgame, reprising his role as, great, my brain just blanked on me, and I know who it is, Nightcrawler. All right. So, a little bit of synopses for both, but here's where it's going to get spoilery. Just a wee bit spoilery. Okay, so I'm warning you right now. Because we have reviews in on the first 3 episodes. Okay, that's the article we're going to go through now together. Link for that is also below in the description box. So, and away we go. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, Avengers Doomsdays. Thank you very much. I got that screwed up. Because as far as I'm concerned, they've been having a hell of a struggle coming up with something better than Endgame. A lot of people have been going on, the Avengers movies and all that Marvel stuff after that kind of sucks. And it's like, what do you expect? They hit you with the big climax, man. How are you going to top that? So that's why I always screw the titles up. Sorry about that. Yeah, it is Avengers Doomsday, with the 5 hours of chairs, popping up every now and then or whatever. Couldn't they just give a, cast list? Do I really want to look at chairs every so often? I don't know. Thank you very much for reminding me. Yeah, it is Avengers Doomsday. All right. So here we go. I like that. Avengers Doomsday will feature some dude killing Superman. I love that. Oops, wrong movie. All right, so let's go into what we have. This gets a bit spoilery. All right, I'm warning you right now because I read this earlier. Doctor Magazine 615 shared a preview of the first 3 Doctor Who series, Season 2 episodes, The Robot Revolution, Lux, and Well. That follows our summaries of what was revealed. Okay, We do know now, of course, we kind of figured this. Mrs. Flood, played by Anita Dobson, wife of Dr. Brian May, Supreme El Captain Master Sensei of the guitar and astrophysicist. And she'll be in every episode of Series 2, Season 2, apparently. All right? And so RTD's confirmed that. Okay. The first episode, Under a Starlit Sky, two teenage sweethearts share a moment. Alan Dunn... Oh, God. I just screwed up on an easy name. Imagine me trying to read a Welsh city name. All right. Alan Daniel Buddy, played by Johnny Green, presents Belinda Chandra Varadasithu with a certificate stating that he is named a star in her honor, Miss Belinda Chandra. Now, 17 years later, Belinda is working the night shift as a nurse at London's Able Free Hospital. Later in the very early morning, robots, voiced of course by Nicholas Briggs, smash their way into her London home. They're from the planet Miss Belinda Chandra 1, and they want their queen back. The cast for Robot Revolution, of course, Shooty, Verada, Johnny Green, Evelyn Miller, Max Parker, Nadine Higgins, Caleb Hughes, William Ellis, Jeff Kunjaman. All right, that almost sounds like a porn name. Sorry. Jeffin Kunjaman. Sorry about that, Jeffin. Sorry, give me a minute. Belinda Owusu. I hope I got it right. And Anita Dobson, of course. All right, Belinda's taken away in the robot's rocket. The robots are waging war against the human Miss Belinda Chandra kind. The Miss Belinda Chandra robots, this is getting to be almost as bad as Raxacoricofallapatorius, all right? Serve a single master, the AI generator, a being of immense power and zero patience. Dare to disagree. I jumped over my own tongue again. Dare to disagree, and you're fried to a crisp. It gets worse. The AI generator wants to marry Belinda. Can the Doctor rescue Her Majesty Queen Belinda and quash the robot revolution? Okay, this sounds relatively bad. I'm sorry. It's totally woke nonsense. It's diversity, equity, blah. Sorry, I went off into another mode there. All right, looks okay. I'm not going to complain. I'm just kidding. Lux, written by Russell T. Davies, directed by, we already know that bit. Miami, 1952, the Doctor and Belinda investigate the disappearance of 15 people from the Palazzo Picture Palace Cinema, where they encounter cartoon character Mr. Ring-a-Ding, of course, voiced by Alan Cumming, doing an American accent, a sinister, wisecracking new enemy who isn't as two-dimensional as he first appears. All right, we already know the cast, blah, 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 Alan Cumming, Linus Roach, Lucy Thackeray, Louis Cornet, and Anita Dobson, of course, and Lina, I almost said Lina. I live in Lima, not Lina. Okay, Linus Roach guest stars as Reginald Pye. Lux, of course, features hand-drawn, frame-by-frame animation by Framestore. The Okay, stranded on the inhospitable planet 6767, the Doctor and Belinda team up with a platoon of troopers who have been sent to investigate Colony Base 15, a mining operation that they've lost contact with. Arriving at the installation, they soon discover something is very wrong indeed, and that something soon reveals itself to be at the heart of the Doctor's worst nightmares. And the cast, of course, the usual suspects, but also Rose Ayling Ellis. Oh God, I'm gonna slaughter this name. I'm going to start saying YouTube words. I'm going to murder this name. Califion Dun. Christopher Chung. I wonder if he's related to Wang Chung. Okay, sorry. Annabelle Brooke, Biagi Demba, and Anita Dobson. Rose Ayling Ellis guest stars as Alice Fenley, a young mother in a perilous situation. She's desperate to get home to her 2-year-old daughter. The Doctor is able to communicate in sign language with Alice, who is deaf. Or it's Alice, but it's a bad spelling. It's kind of like when women were spelling their Heather name with Heather with a Y. But that's a whole other story. The troopers communicate with Alice via holographic subtitles. The troopers don't understand sign language and don't always use their holographic translators, making a tense situation worse with a breakdown in communication and trust. Christopher Chung guest stars as Cassio Palin, second in command of a platoon of troopers who has an insubordinate streak and a fractious relationship with the platoon leader, Shia, played by Kaulifan Dun. Is it Kaulifan? Oh, forget it. His priorities conflict, of course, with the Doctor's. Sorry about that. Ooh. Spinach leaf. Okay, I just got done finishing some chicken Alfredo a little bit ago. All right. So, and here's the usual stuff right here. And, of course, the link to this, of course, is in the description box as well. This one is not, because I completely forgot it. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, this is the account I am using. And this was on the Doctor Who TV with why the current Doctor Who is losing public favor and what the data reveals. I'll tell you what it reveals. It reveals two things. Jack and shit. All right? Because, quite frankly, like I said, Christmas special. It only got 4 million ratings. It's the lowest rated show of the... It's like, yeah, it beat Strictly Come Dancing. So apparently Strictly Come Dancing's on the outs too, along with every other major drama. Oh. But what can you do? Sorry if I went too fast, but if you want to read these at your own pace, that's it. The links below. Yeah, that's why I didn't include that one, because I really, really, I used to love that site. On the internet. I used to love going to Doctor Who TV for news and all that, and then a bunch of negative Nellies took over. Yeah, they did. Yeah, RTD confirmed that. She's in every episode. The Timeless Children, yeah, killed Doctor Who dead. It just smacked it aside and stomped all over it and teabagged its corpse. Oh, goodness gracious. Some of the crap I have heard just makes me want to bend over and puke. Oh, really, it's like... Ugh. But hello, everybody. I see a lot of people going on out here in the chat box. So welcome aboard. And now this is the part where I got to be sure to like and subscribe. I'm not kidding. Be sure to comment in the comment box. I'm not kidding. When you read some of the comments that are under these, this garbage on X. Now, as you all know, I told you earlier this week, I had to create a new account on X. All right, no, I don't. And that's my new account, Dr. Freedom 2, if you want to look up that handle. That's just so I can read stuff on my desktop, okay? Because Musk, the eternal genius, like I said, I have nothing against Elon Musk. The guy is. All right, so what are these alleged leaks? Does someone want to throw me a few bones here? Because, like I said, I just now got back onto X on the desktop. The problem is like this. I only got a screen this big on a phone. It's... Okay, you just bought the Mark of the Ronnie DVD. Okay, that was an interesting story because, it introduced yet another renegade Time Lord played by Kate Amara. And... sadly, yeah, Kate passed away a number of years ago, as did Anthony Ainley, who was also in that story, if I remember correctly. Who played, the quote-unquote tree mast master. Tree mast's hijacked body. Yeah, I used that on a thumbnail once. There's a picture of a book. It said, anything I don't like is woke. And I'm like, I actually had to look up, after a few years of watching Doctor Who, I had to look up terms like woke. I had to look up what an SJW was. And I'm like, virtue signaling? I had to look up what the hell that is. It's like... And of course they got their favorite one, DEI, diversity. Yeah, sadly, we still can't watch Unearthly Child because somebody is being a douche. Ugh. Okay, the leaker claimed that Miss Flood mentions Omega in episode 6. I try not to clickbait because I don't like clickbaiting. I really don't. To me, it's just dishonest. The thing is that a lot of people don't realize you can't buy me. You can shadow ban me all you want. I'm not in this for the money. I'm not in it for the fame. I knew from the minute I started doing this, I'm just going to be a barnacle on the bottom of a ship. I'll never be a guest on. Okay, the only time I'm going to meet members of the cast and crew is either online or by going to conventions, and that's about it. And the thing is, I still can't figure out how this guy got away with this. I guess copyright laws must be different. Over there. Oh, it's the same flavors I've been hitting on for the last week or two because I bought a bunch of these. White peach raspberry. That's the one I've been using. Okay. And something about Susan in the finale. That one I did here. The problem is I don't want to get my hopes up. Okay? If you want, pass me the link to that on either Twitter or somewhere, and I'll go take a look at what this person's saying. But the problem is, if it's too good to be true, half times it turns out that it is, not true.
If you want to meet actors, stand outside the restrooms. They'll come out sooner or later.
Yeah, and then I got to explain to them who that creepy midget stalker is.
How do you think I met Simon? I was waiting on you to come out of the bathroom, and Simon comes out.
Yeah, Omega, if I remember right, was owned by the same pair that owned K9. Sadly, one of them gentlemen has passed away. Like I said, I really haven't been looking for leaks because, like I said, I've been kind of just trying to stay awake and survive because 9 hours shouldn't be a big deal, but like I said, when I left the other plant, I was doing 10-hour shifts every day. And then I come over here, I'm 8 hours for how many years? Now we've been doing 9 hours for the last few years, every freaking day, and it wears down on you. I had to explain to him on Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, look, I'm sorry I haven't been on in a long time. It's just, we've been doing 9 hours days now for a couple of years, and it wears you out. It really does. That's why I was glad this week's kind of been like a mini vacation because, we only worked 4 hours 2 days, and then I got out of there early today, but I'm going to pay for it next week. Well, like I said, I'm not putting too much money on the Ronnie because, as we all know, the Ronnie only appeared in 2 serials back in the classics. And when the 50th happened, Kate Mara had to pry her way into the 50th anniversary celebrations at the Excel because nobody called her. Like I said, if they really wanted to bring back Sarah Jane Adventures, there's an easy way to do it if Sadie Miller was willing to do it. Have something happen where, Sarah got regenerated. Well, not fully regenerated, but her clock, shall we say, got dialed back. Well, Peter Davison did reprise the role of Omega, but that was on Big Finish. I think the title of it was Omega. So, yeah, that was on Big Finish. That was way a few years ago. I remember that one. Okay, so looks like we've got a heck of a season. The thing is, I don't see why they wouldn't be getting a Series 3. Because they've been doing... Yeah, we've been talking about that one too. Yeah, why not just call it Bannerman Road and have them pick up where they left off? Or, like I said, there were other companions you could have brought in. And say, look, now, like I said, Perry might have been very perfect because She's been off Earth for how many years? She comes back. Now she's got to learn about the internet. She's got to learn about Mother and everything that goes on, the planet now in the 21st century. Or, Ace would have been perfect. Or, it'd even have, Joe Manning pop, not Joe Manning, Joe Grant pop up every now and Katie Manning. So I screwed that up because I had a friend of mine who was named Joe Manning. He passed away back in 2009, I think it was. But, oh well. That's all we got right now. Like I said, interesting lineup. I'm looking forward to seeing, how they pull this off, how it's going to go. Yeah, Shooty seemed too excited about coming back for Series 3 to just suddenly pull out. Of course, now we got Mel back. Yeah, Mel's come back to Earth. Tegan's back to, we saw Tegan again. Something that no other showrunner had done to that point. Not on the main show, at least. Now, that would be an interesting prospect, Miss Flood as the White Guardian. Sadly, a bunch of these guys that are out there, like the Drunkard, the Nardi, and all that, they look like they come from a cartoon dimension. I'm not kidding. It's like, where do they grow these guys? It's like they just literally out of nowhere. It's like, I own a comic book shop, therefore I have my finger on the pulse. Yeah, and the pulse is never happy. Oh, well, at least, since Disney took over, we didn't wind up with Duck Frost. We didn't wind up... Ugh. But, oh, well, I've been meandering on long enough. Well, the White Guardian could appear in any form they want, same as the Black Guardian, so it's not like it would be a complete, write-off or... They broke the cat. Oh, that's another one I saw today. Back in the old days, there were Time Lords and Time Ladies. There was no intersexual regeneration. And it's like, yeah, that's why Sidney Newman, the guy who created the show, came up with that idea back in '86. Patrick Troughton supported the idea of a woman being the Doctor in '86. Tom Baker joked about it in '81. Well, everybody's claiming, yeah, she's this, that, or the other. I want to see, on screen. I want to see a definite announcement. I want to see proof before I start running around screaming meddling monk. Okay, it's been a long time since the monk. At least, the monk has appeared on Big Finish, but, we never saw the monk again on. Or, yeah, the fact they tried to edit, the one, what was it, the War Games release, to make it look like the war chief was the master or some crap. I'm like, well, yeah, I think that was the three gods that were in what do you call it? Oh, my brain just blanked. It was the one with the psychedelic circus. Show of the greatest show in the galaxy, I believe it was. Yeah, that was the gods of Ragnarok, if I remember correctly. I don't think Pertwee would have objected to it either, but yeah, I believe they were the gods of Ragnarok, those three. But okay, I'm going to get off here now, guys. So please take care of yourselves. Be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to go ahead and fade back off into the distance for now. I know, I can't figure out why they keep bringing back, Gallifrey either. And take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night.